The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissic. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Bravo! We own it! We own it! Hey! 22 is coming, 22 is coming, Mike! Watch the slats!
From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is brought in at the 21. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
You ain't going nowhere.
Now the 3rd year back out of Texas, Deontay Foreman. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. This is Johnson. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
To throw, it's Murray. Dancing to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
25.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Duvon Kennard in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And he's going to go down again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 12. They'll fake it. Now Stafford sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, exit. 22, Mike 22. I'll get him. Hey, easy.
Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 13. Check 13.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. 58, boys, 58 to Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm 66. Bullet time. Check safety.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. The one knock on Johnson was his speed out of college, ran a 4.640, but this offensive staff says he plays a lot faster than he runs. They really like him. Very precise route running for the 6th-round pick out of Fresno State, part of a loaded receiver class for Arizona. The quick slant caught. 23 yards, the final tally. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is in this situation.
It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
33 yards on the play. First down, Lions.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Slam, slam, slam. Check 24, check 24.
On first down, Johnson. And he works free. Past the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Cardinals' 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
I know he ain't got it. Kill. Hey, give me radar. Hey, turn it up. No. Off. Look at him.
To throw is Stafford. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Ready. Check. You know it. All day, every day. Rerun. Spawn.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
At the 33-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Let it go. Get off the field. Let's get off the field. Slam.
On second down, here's Murray. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Murray now on first down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
22, 22. Go. You better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break. Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. It's a party now.
Now it's Stafford. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we are at halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First down, Murray. That's Isabella open on the right side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Murray now on first down. And this is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go. Here we go. Hot 40. It's a party now. Right away. Check, check. First down.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. He gets this one to Johnson. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
A gain of 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Murray. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Crabtree the target on that one. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They go play action here on first down. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And now it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
You. Hey, 50. Check.
Play action. Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. Left side here, caught by Clay. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Rush in.
Here's Foreman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Let's go, baby.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 32 on the play.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Murray now. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
That's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a 1st down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this one is right down Broadway. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustain. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Terrell Suggs able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Haywood.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken in at the 22. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
They go to Johnson again. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 22.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule, but they're looking for a net.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Like Alpha. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
After the sack on first down, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now Stafford. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Johnson.
Johnson.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
22.
To throw again, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Stafford, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by DJ Swearinger.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
At the 50-yard line.
Come on, set. And read.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Arizona, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the